Every Chicagoan has had a friend, colleague, or frenemy involved in the craziness of this past year's real estate market. The good news is, with the shifting of the market, we're going to be seeing a more normalized situation, large part due to the escalating interest rates. And so I'm going to go as far as say as these higher interest rates are actually better for home buyers. I know, big bold claim. And there's one compelling reason, and that reason is, folks, my name is Anant Deoras, and all my colleagues, friends, and frenemies call me AD. You can see my contact information right here. And I produce YouTube content through my The Chicago Life channel, where I focus on real estate and the neighborhoods. And my commitment to you is 2 videos a week. But listen, I can only do that as long as you comment below if you've got specific topics. I've got content created all the way right now through November. We're here in 2022. Let me know what you want to see me do, and I'll be happy to produce that video for you. And also, I want you to comment if you were in the market by chance, and let's say you didn't get the property that you fell in love with because of all those multiple offers, and if you're thinking about maybe getting back into the market, comment below. I want to, before we discuss this compelling reason, number one reason on why higher interest rates are better for home buyers, comment below. I really want to hear your comments. Love to hear your comments. And now let's talk about that number one compelling reason. Drum roll. Less competition. There's less competition in the marketplace as a result of those higher interest rates. In the past here in 2022, at the later portion of 2021, many buyers were competing with not just multiple offers. We're talking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 offers in the Chicago market. So instead of competing against all those buyers, now you may, for a desirable property, and of course Chicago is local. I keep repeating this. Chicago is local, so it's not just one monolith. It's multiple neighborhoods. So a lot of people pick the popular neighborhoods, and so now instead of 10 offers, you're possibly competing against maybe 1 or 2 or 3, or maybe you're competing how it should be in a normalized market just against the seller. So now you can breathe in, breathe out, right? You can actually breathe, right? And so we can have the time. There isn't rush, there isn't stress. You have enough stress going on in your work, in work life, in your personal life. So at least with this market, we have a little bit more time. So that of course now brings a whole bunch of strategies that we did before pre-pandemic and even during the pandemic, such as potentially asking the seller for some concessions, right? So seller paid credit. So for example, let's say it's a $300,000 home, and you want to offer $290,000, so you can actually go to the seller and say, listen, we will have the list price of $300,000, and then we'll have a seller paid credit of $10,000, which will get you the net of $290,000. Now, does that mean the seller will necessarily accept? So where that property is in the market time? So yeah, of course, we can definitely offer less, and that kind of goes to, when you're negotiating with just the seller, you can finally actually offer something less than list. Up until this point, all of my buyers had to go above list. So now we're coming into the point, and again, some markets may not be there yet, but we're coming to the point now here coming up into the fall of 2022, where we can actually offer less than list if it's warranted, if the comps support it. So that's one, that's seller concessions and offering less than list. You can actually take a higher interest rate, because this is what's happening here, is this is really good news. There are people that want to put less than 20% down. Of course, you have to pay what's called PMI. PMI, private mortgage insurance, is charged by the lender for situations where it's less than 20%. And so you can actually take a higher interest rate to waive the PMI, right? Now, of course, you want to eventually refinance to get your rate down, but that's one option there. You can pay that PMI up front. I've seen $5,000, I've seen $6,000. It's really kind of dependent on your credit profile. So obviously, please reach out to me. I'm going to have a link below, a resource, just in case you're curious. My lender partner, Bob Friedel, It's got a great team. You can answer 14 quick questions and get a discovery call with his team and kind of determine, even if you're 12 months out. So that resource will be below. Just go down below and look. So you can do the higher interest rate. So you have some creative options here. So let's say the seller won't accept seller paid credits, or they're looking at the interest rate. How it works here in the city of Chicago with the typical sales contract, there's something called a rate cap. So we have to put in what your rate with a little bit of leeway. And even in this this kind of market of escalating interest rates, listing agents will advise if they have several offers. Now, of course, again, this is all offer dependent, but if there's a particular offer that seems to be a little higher than normal, right now at this time, interest rates are about 5.90. You can see this graphic. So let's say someone puts in 5.25, or even higher. They may look, quote unquote, down on that. So let's say they don't look at that higher interest rate. They're not willing to look at seller paid credits. Well, listen, because properties are staying longer on the market, many properties are staying longer on the market, then that's where the leverage comes in. So me as your buyer's agent, hopefully you hire me as your buyer's agent, or whomever agent you use, that is the tell right there to, okay, listen, we can offer less than list. So I hope this has been beneficial for you. So listen, so what do you do now? Don't go anywhere. What I want you to do is, first, I want you to see properties. I want you to search. You may be dreaming, right? And so I don't want to bug you. All I want you to do is go down to livinginchicago.net. That is my robust website with multiple filters. As I've mentioned several times, folks, in the past, put 555-1212. I want to be here as a resource. Please provide your valid email. And of course, reach out to me if you have any questions. But sign up, create an account, and see what is out there first. And then, of course, if you're ready to move forward, and as I mentioned before, you can go to my lender partner, click on that link, even if you're 12 months out, because you may need some budgeting, right? You may need to establish some budgeting to make sure you're in the position to purchase. This has been, are higher interest rates actually better for home buyers? I'm Anant Deoras, AD with eXp Realty. Watch these videos that you're seeing right now on the screen, and I can't wait to see you on my next video. Twice a week I produce them. Take care.